The greatest kindness one can render to any man consists in leading him from error to truth. Grant me, O Lord my God, a mind to know you, a heart to seek you, wisdom to find you, conduct pleasing to you, faithful perseverance in waiting for you, and a hope of finally embracing you. Amen. He who is not angry when there is just cause for anger is immoral. Why? Because anger looks to the good of justice, and if you can live amid injustice without anger, you are moral as well as unjust. The things that we love tell us what we are. For those with faith, no evidence is necessary. For those without it, no evidence will suffice. We must love them both, those whose opinions we share, and those whose opinions we reject, for both have labored in the search for truth, and both have helped us in finding it. Nothing created has ever been able to fill the heart of man. God alone can fill it infinitely. To love is to will the good of the other. Three things are necessary for the salvation of man: to know what he ought to believe, to know what he ought to desire, and to know what he ought to do. To pretend angels do not exist because they are invisible is to believe we never sleep because we don't see ourselves sleeping. Fear is such a powerful emotion for humans that when we allow it to take us over, it drives compassion right out of our hearts. Better to illuminate than merely to shine. It's only God who creates, man merely rearranges. See to whom Jesus is drawing near: three kinds of people: for those who make peace with him, for those who are devoted to God, and to those who are kind to their neighbors. Man cannot live without joy, therefore when he is deprived of true spiritual joys, it is necessary that he become addicted to carnal pleasures. Humility is the mark of a genuine disciple. Obedience unites us so closely to God that it in a way transforms us into him, so that we have no other will but his. If obedience is lacking, even prayer cannot be pleasing to God. How is it they live in such harmony, the billions of stars, when most men can barely go a minute without declaring war in their minds about someone they know? When the devil is called the god of this world, it is not because he made it, but because we serve him with our worldliness. If the highest aim of a captain were to preserve his ship, he would keep it in port forever. God has no need for our worship. It is we who need to show our gratitude for what we have received. Unbelief is the greatest of sins. The soul is known by its acts. We set forth our petitions before God, not in order to make known to him our needs and desires, but rather so that we ourselves may realize that in these things it is necessary to turn to God for help. One cannot use an evil action with reference to a good intention. Love takes up when knowledge leaves off. What does it take to become a saint, or will it? Bestow upon me, O Lord my God, understanding to know thee, diligence to seek thee, wisdom to find thee, and a faithfulness that may finally embrace thee. If you can live amid injustice without anger, you are moral as well as unjust. Of all the pursuits open to men, the search for wisdom is most perfect, more sublime, more profitable, and more full of joy. Better to illuminate than merely to shine, to deliver to others contemplated truths than merely to contemplate. A man's heart is right when he wills what God wills. The things we love tell us who we are. God himself would not permit evil in this world if good did not come of it for the benefit and harmony of the universe. Sorrow can be alleviated by good sleep, a bath, and a glass of wine. How can we live in harmony? First, we need to know we are all madly in love with the same God. We should love others truly, for their own sakes rather than our own. True peace consists in not separating ourselves from the will of God. No man truly has joy unless he lives in love. There is nothing on this earth more to be prized than true friendship. One aspect of neighborly love is that we must not merely will our neighbors good, but actually work to bring it about. To bear with patience wrongs done to oneself is a mark of perfection, but to bear with patience wrongs done to someone else is a mark of imperfection, and even of actual sin.